Well, welcome to this edition of the Bartimaeus Report. There are certain questions out there that really drive Muslims or the Taoist on social media absolutely ballistic. And I came across, or have been contemplating this question for a number of months to ask. And I've asked it in the past, and but this time on November 22nd, when I posted it on Facebook, the Muslims, they just went ballistic. They lost their mind because they were really unable to answer the question, and that is basically a question around the crucifixion. And I think this question is probably the best question any Christian can ask a Muslim about the crucifixion, if he's one of those who denies the crucifixion happened. And the question is simply is, when you consider what crucifixion was in the first century, how people viewed it in the Greco-Roman world, and how the Jews viewed it. In 1 Corinthians, Paul says that the preaching of the cross is foolishness or moronic madness. In fact, the word foolishness used here is where we get our word moron from, and a stumbling block to the Jews. And the word stumbling block is where we get the word scandal from. Same, it's the same word that, like I said, that we get our English word scandal. So the preaching of the cross in the first century, wherever you went, was moronic madness and a scandal. Now, if Paul was going to make up such a religion, and by the way, 1 Corinthians was written probably about 51, 52 AD, latest 55. That's only 25 years after the actual event. Why would anyone make up such a story unless it was true? Paul says that, like I say, that it is foolishness and a scandal. So we need to begin asking that question: who would make up such a story if this story was false? No one would. Who would want to preach a crucified Messiah? It would make absolutely no sense. And that's why Muslims reject it. The Bible tells us the preaching of the cross is foolishness to those who are perishing. In other words, those that are going to hell. But to us who are being saved, it is the power of God. And so I think that if you want to ask the right question to a Muslim regarding the crucifixion, we have to establish, why would anyone make up such a story about a man that is crucified, one of the greatest shame that could happen to anybody, especially in the Jewish world, where to be hung on a tree, as it were, you were cursed. To be hung naked and exposed, and to be mocked and ridiculed. No, it just doesn't make any sense. So my Muslim friends, are you really willing to answer this question? Why would Paul and the four Gospels and Peter make up such a story about a crucified Messiah? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you're watching by YouTube. And have a great day, and may God bless.